All right, we're going to talk about Basecamp with how to use the events, the scheduler. All right, we're going to come down here to the schedule. This is a pretty straightforward. There's a few different ways that you can use it. With mission builders right now, we're still figuring out how we're going to use it, but I'll go through the practicals of how to go ahead and use the schedule function. All right, so you come into it and basically you start by building a new event. It could be something as simple as Ron doctor appointment. I want to suggest that we all put our name in it. You can post it and it has a picture, but sometimes it's hard to figure out who actually posted. So just go ahead and put your name in it, whether it's time off or if you're going to be away from the office. So let's just say I have a doctor's appointment, which I do, coming up on Wednesday, the 11th, and it'd be 3 p.m. to 3:30. It's not repeatable, and I don't necessarily have to put any extra details on that one. Sometimes it's kind of helpful. Depending on like your role, depending on whether or not how much the office may depend upon you personally, it might be good to let people know when this comes up just so they can see it. It'll be in the schedule, but if you go ahead and let everybody know, then when you hit save changes, it'll actually send a notification. All right, so we'll just post this event and it'll automatically go to the 11th and you can see it there. I had already done one as an example for something else, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on that one and we'll just put it in the trash. And now we've only got one. You'll also see down here these ones that repeat. And this is kind of a cool function if you have something where you know you're going to be out of the office on a repeating schedule. You can go ahead and set it up and you can see it's fairly simple, and I can go in here to edit it. And kind of at this point for Dawn being out of the office, it'll be forever. If it does change, you can do until. Sometimes you may have a certain rotation for maybe say a month or two, and so you can just go ahead and pick the date. Again, very helpful to do this. This is mainly just to communicate with all of our teams so that we kind of know what's going on with each other. Another function here that you can do with the schedule is if you're going to be gone for a long period of time, we're still figuring out if we're going to use Google Calendar or if we're going to use the schedule. But let me just show you how to do it if you were going to be gone multiple days. So let's just say I'm going to be gone on vacation. You want to click all day starting the 9th, say through the 23rd. And I can just go ahead and put in here personal time, maybe with limited Wi-Fi cell, something like that. And then if I want to let people know, I can go ahead and do that. So I'm going to post this event. Now what that'll do is it'll put me out of the office every day, and it will show up so that you can see that I'm gone on personal time, personal vacation, personal vacation, personal vacation, all the way until I'm done, which is kind of nice, easy to see. This does have a function where you can sync the schedule to your Google Calendar. And if you go ahead and click this, it's going to give you the ability to choose an iCal for Apple or Outlook or Google. And if you just do Control C, just basically copy that, you can head over to your calendar. And over here, you can come down to other calendars and do add a calendar and do it from URL. And if you paste that in there, and when you hit add calendar, this will now create a calendar in here that will be MBI HQ, and it will have things that you can kind of start to see already. All right, so I've messed around with this MBI HQ, and it's okay. I've been having problems with it syncing, and so I'm not exactly sure it works really well. It does initially, but we'll have to keep an eye on it to see whether or not we're really going to use it. But it does have that capability. to be able to share it into Google Calendar. Those are really the main aspects. It also, all your to-do items will also come over into the schedule. So I had made up this to-do for Johnny who called accounting. So if I was to click that, it would automatically show up as done in the to-dos as well. So it's kind of a nice little function because you can see any to-do items as well as action items, people out of the office, etc.